It's time now for the business day. Thanks for staying with us. The US dollar reached a new historic high in trading today, closing at a cost of $152.14. The Canadian dollar sold for $121.22. The pound is going for $213.09, while the euro ended the day at $187.68. Jamaica has not been benefiting from the deep technical analysis it had become accustomed to while it was part of an International Monetary Fund (IMF) program. Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clarke made the disclosure recently. Andrew Laidley tells us more.
Since Jamaica exited its standby arrangement with the IMF in November 2019, the country has benefited from independent technical analysis relating to its fiscal decisions. The Economic Program Oversight Committee, ECPOC, hasn't been able to report on technical aspects of the island's fiscal policy because it was never equipped to do so on its own.
ECPOC wasn't designed to have persons with 20 years of experience in macroeconomic forecasting or fiscal forecasting and so forth. So the kind of depth that is required to institutionalize fiscal responsibility needed dedicated resources. And EPOC did excellently at the job it was asked to do, which was to monitor and to report and to amplify.
That's where the Independent Fiscal Commission comes in. Earlier this month, the Senate approved legislation to establish the commission. It's intended to monitor compliance with Jamaica's fiscal rules, keep the public informed on economic matters based on a calendar, and provide independent analysis on fiscal policy developments. But with no clear timeline for when the commission will be operational, the promise of true fiscal accountability cannot be assured.
We have to recruit a person to function as the Fiscal Commission, recruit the staff, set up the office, put in place the legal agreements that will be required for the exchange of information between the government and the Fiscal Commission. And that can take some time. It's it might between a year to two maybe it could take, but I don't want to be held to that yet. The next stage, having the act having passed Parliament, sent the Senate last week Friday, it has to now get the assent of the Governor General, and now we are sort of engaged in that planning to bring the Fiscal Commission into life.
In the meantime, EPOC co-chairman Keith Duncan says the oversight body will continue to do its best in keeping the government fiscally accountable using the resources it has.
We will continue to provide the oversight which we have always provided, and do as much as we can on the analysis and they provide guidance to the Jamaican people, and holding the Ministry of Finance and the Bank of Jamaica accountable for their targets, right? But there is a gap that the IFC that will make up.
Andrew Laidley, TVJ News.
The Bank of Jamaica has projected labor market conditions will worsen over the next 2 quarters before improving in the subsequent quarters. The average unemployment rate over the March 2021 to December 2022 quarters is projected to fall to 9.9%. The employed labor force is projected to grow year over year, even while the labor force is projected to increase marginally. The anticipated increase in unemployment, particularly over the next 4 quarters, is lower than the previous projection, reflecting the trend in unemployment outturns. Notwithstanding, the central bank says unemployment is anticipated to remain generally above pre-COVID levels. We go on to the stock market, where the JSE index gained 1,458 points today, while the junior market index lost 27 points. Among the winners were CAC 2000, T-Tech, Siboney Group, Trans-Jamaican Highway US dollar shares, and cargo handlers. On the losing side, Paramount Trading, 138 Student Living, G West Corporation, Radio Jamaica, and Medical Disposables and Supplies. And that's it for the Business Day. Stay with us. International stories after the break.